go ahead and go sit down and work on your story. Go ahead and write the beginning, middle, and end to your story. Okay? Okay, so this is what let's go back to chapter 2. And I want to hear, go ahead, Arabella. I'd like to hear you read. Go ahead and start on page 9.
Scientists use robots and to explore space. People call astronauts traveling into space. Many astronauts are also scientists.
What was the main idea that we talked about? What was the main idea of chapter 2 of this paragraph? What were we learning? What was the author trying to tell us? What was this paragraph mostly about?
Scientists.
Okay, you're right. Okay, so it's about scientists. And what were we learning about scientists? Put your hands up for just a minute. Let's give her a chance again.
Like how they're supposed to be healthy and stuff like that.
You're right. That was a detail. They are supposed to be healthy. Why were they supposed to be healthy?
So they can do their job.
That's right, and that was the main idea, so that they could do their job. Their scientists are astronauts. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the main idea and details. We're going to continue what we were doing. We're going to focus this time on chapter 3. Okay, so we are going to talk about the main idea, what the story is mostly about. We're going to focus on 3 or 4 paragraphs, and you're going to tell me what the main idea, what does the author want us to learn about that, and the details. We are going to find 3 sentences that support the main idea, that tell us more about those paragraphs that we are reading. So we're going to have to think about this as you read, and there's a clue. I want you to turn to chapter 3. Okay, now, I want you to think, look at, what is the heading of chapter 3, Henry?
It's the future.
The future. What do you think we're going to be reading about?
The future.
What about the future? What do you think? Tell me a little bit more.
I think we're going to be learning about what happens in the future.
Okay, maybe what's going to happen in the future. Yes?
What they do.
I love that you expanded on that. What's going to happen in the future in outer space. Okay, so as we're reading this, we're going to focus on the main idea and details. And then what we're going to do, we're going to come up with the main idea together, and then we're going to add some details. And then we're going to make a graphic organizer just like this. Okay? So go ahead and start whisper reading. And I'm going to eavesdrop on you so I can listen to see how you're reading. Chapter 3. We're going to focus on page 12 and 13. Okay?
Laboratory, a place where scientific information is gathered. More science laboratory special. It will be a robot to gather even more information. That springs and in many scientists hope that we will be able to explore more about the galaxy. A galaxy is a huge star system. Our sun is just one star in the galaxy called the Milky Way. It's just one star. Here, by the time you are grown, you may be able to
Some people hope space travel will be easier. By the time you are grown up, you may be able to ascend into space and descend back to Earth. And then,
sure can drive on the surface of Mars.
if you're not an astronaut, this robot can drive the surface of Mars.
Okay. Are we all done?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so as we went quiet. I noticed what you did, Henry. I like that you went to a word. What word were you stuck on?
Laboratory.
Okay, I saw you get stuck, and then what did you do when you didn't know what that meant?
I went to the glossary.
You went to the glossary, that's right. And how is the glossary helpful? How is it helpful, Tommy?
Because it tells you what it means.
Okay, good. It's like a mini dictionary. It tells you what it means. So, excellent. I like the way that you did that, using your text features at the back of the book. What I'd like you to do is we're going to talk about, so before we do that, let's organize. I want you to create this graphic organizer. Open up your reading response journal to a clean page. What I want you to make, we're going to make a big bubble at the top. You know what, before we do that, go ahead and write the title of the book. So we're going to write, what is our title of our book?
Look at our
Look at our
galaxy.
So I want you to underline the title, because that's what you do when you write the title of a book. You're going to underline each word. We're going to write the main idea. And then we're going to come up with 3 supporting details that tell us more about our main idea. I like to do the bubbles last because sometimes when I'm writing my sentence, it doesn't fit in my bubble, so I like to write my sentence first and then draw my bubble around it.
Do we try main idea and details?
Yes, because that's our target and that's what we're focusing on. Okay, let's talk about this. I want you to write, as you finish, I want you to write what you think the main idea is on your Post-it. And then we'll talk about it. What do you think? So we're focusing on, I want you to look at our second paragraph, starting with in addition. We're going to focus on the second paragraph, the third, the fourth, and the fifth. So we're gonna start from the second paragraph on. And I want you to focus, what do you think is the main idea? Go ahead and write it in your Post-it right now. I'll give you a clue. The heading of the chapter gives us a clue about what we read about. So I want you to think about that. What do you think the main idea is? What are all these paragraphs about? So you're going to come up with one sentence that tells us what this is mostly about. So we're going to, if you need to reread, go ahead and reread, starting from our second paragraph to the end. provide text evidence with the page number, just go ahead and just tell me what you think the main idea is. Tommy, can I see yours? Wait, are you done? Okay, great. You're on the right track. You're halfway there. You're right. The future.